Possible not to know, especially how much care and sensitivity and just I think people see your relationship with Zaya, and it is just so incredible to witness. Yeah, y'all can clap. Yeah, I mean it's very incredible to witness. Now, recently I saw you made the decision that you turned her comments off on her Instagram page. What made you decide to do that?
Well, we actually never turned them on.
Hmm.
We never did. And by the way, listen. One thing I do know is, what I've learned throughout this is, our journey as a family is our journey, and we know there's other families out there that have the same journey and that's going through the same things we're going through. But we also understand that other families are not. And so like, everybody don't have to applaud if you don't want to. If this is not your journey, this is our journey, and we're trying to navigate it the best that we're learning how. And so when it came to Zaya and social media, she's a kid who wants to be on social media, and we experienced it a few years earlier with Zaire, putting him on social media. And you think social media is this great platform, and it is. But also too, we all know what comes with that, right? And so just seeing the ugliness and the negativity that my son dealt with, just because he was my son and he played basketball, the things that they would say. And so once we got around Isaiah on social media, it was no way that we could, that we could allow that to happen for her. She's getting enough. She gets enough. She gets enough people at school that come to him like, "Hey, have you seen this or you know this?" She hears enough. But we just wanted the people that's in her inner circle, that's in her life, the ones that really root for her and celebrate her. We wanted them to be the ones that exposed to her life, exposed to her, the moments that she decides to share. And it's not for everybody. It's just not until she gets to the age where she's ready to allow it to be. We wanted to make sure that we control the hate on that app, and so that's what we did. We cut it off. No comments from certain people.
Understood. Definitely. Protecting her peace is very important.
Protecting
and
her
her
peace.
childhood, to
Yeah.
be honest. All right, before we wrap up, so how I usually end every podcast, this is where the controversy happens, D-Wade. I'm just letting you know. Okay?
I'm a professional.
You're right. You're right. So I end the podcast with a game that I play with every guest. Your wife has played this game. Okay?
Why you ain't tell me in the car so we could have went over
Because she wanted to make sure that you had no awareness. Right? That's my co-conspirator right there. So it's called this or that. I'm going to give you two choices. You got to pick one. It is what it is. Okay? Better card player, you or LeBron?
Wait, am I saying this? What am I saying?
Better card player, is it you or LeBron?
Me. And I know you feel it. I know why you asked that question. Just because you won the last game don't mean like you're
I mean, just because I got to whoop you in space, like we ain't going to talk about it.
No, don't be trying to bring down personal into this. You won one game.
Sorry.
By like a book, I think.
But I won. Okay. But that wasn't why, because in the Redeem Team, y'all talk about how y'all play cards literally every night.
Yeah, you're right. Well, okay. So then that's a different game, because
Okay.
that's gambling.
Okay. That's a little different. What were y'all playing?
We played spades.
Okay.
That was like Bourrée.
Oh.
Yeah, that was before. We weren't even playing guts at the time. I think that was Bourrée still. And listen, I always say one thing. What I learned in high school, because it was a game that they used to play when I was in high school. It's called Big Bank, Take Little Bank. So Big Bank, Take Little Bank.
That's some Chicago shit, or like?
Man, they was doing that in classrooms.
Oh, okay.
It was crazy.
All
But
right.
Big Bank, Take Little Bank in card games. Like, you can't beat somebody that got way more money than you.
Okay.
How you gonna, you can't get them out the pot.
So what's the most you lost?
I mean, my financial advisor had to talk to me a few times. Yeah, she pulled me aside, see if I had a problem.
Okay.
Serious.
All right. Tony Braxton or Anita Baker? I don't know. A little birdie might have told me you used to listen to Tony Braxton. Ah!
Listen, I love Anita Baker, but I don't know. That was a little bit before my ears.
There you go. There you go with that old stuff. All right.
No, Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton, baby.
I am told by my wonderful clandestine source that you used to listen to Tony Braxton before playoff games.
Yes.
Which song?
Listen, first of all, let me just say this, okay? It's not about the song.
It's about the song.
It's about, like, sometimes you can't listen to
You couldn't even say something that was like not profane.
You can't always listen. Yeah. Like I don't want. Like sometimes I gotta come in this joint calm. Sometimes I gotta come in his joint loving a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be in my feels a little bit. Don't mean I can't go out and score 30 or 40 on you.
All right.
So like I like
Was
to
you listening to Love Should Have Brought You Home last night? What were you listening to? Unbreak My Heart.
Say you love.
All right.
Look, you feel me? Like think about it. And I went out and scored 40 on somebody listening to that.
Right.
No, but yeah, I listen to a lot of different music. I try not to stay like in just like hip hop. You know what I mean? I try to move around, like sometimes some meditation, sometimes some jazz, sometimes some country.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Blake Shelton.
Look at that. Drop
Yeah, I listen to it all.
All right. And finally, Dream Team or Redeem Team?
So before I answer this question for the 1,700,000 times,
That's right.
Can you guys participate with me on this one? Dream Team, raise your hand.
Shame on y'all.
So your answer is Redeem Team?
I'm going with the crowd.
I'm going with the crowd.
I'm going with the crowd. They said Redeem Team. I'm just going with the people who get to watch.
Okay.
I'm a competitor. Of course, listen, I would say this. Our vision of playing in the Olympics, politically correct, came from the Dream Team, right? Like all of us one day wanted to be on that stage because of them, and like would never be another Dream Team, ever. But it would never be another Redeem Team, and a lot of it has to do with what we were dealing with versus what they had to deal with. Two totally different beasts, and so talent-wise, you can match up people and say that, yeah, he can't guard Jordan, he can't guard LeBron, but like mindset-wise, what we had to go through to win that gold medal versus what they had to go through. I mean, people was taking photos with them. You know
They weren't doing that with you?
Yeah, no, they weren't doing that with us. Like in '04, like we literally, and a lot of players got out of the Olympics, but like we literally was in Turkey and it was a bomb. It was bombing. Like we went through a lot to get that gold medal. Like we put ourselves and our families and everybody in a little tough situation. You know, it was harmful in the sense like going over there. That's why 9 players got out, and so the state of the world was different. You know, everything that we were competing for at that time, like Coach K said, the walls was caving in on us because we had lost before, right? Like just the mentality and everything we had to do, it was different than what the Dream Team. And so, if the mentality is going to determine who's going to win, I feel like we're going to have enough to get over the edge.
You know, I hear you, because like you guys definitely won in the adversity battle, because you know, the whole country, everybody was so down on the team in the state of U.S. basketball. They never had to deal with it.
They was cold, though.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
they was cold.
A lot of negativity. It's all right, because I'm going to just tell everybody, D-Wade said he would have dunked on Jordan if, you know, you'd have to check him. Or I'm just tell everybody.
All right, ain't nobody worry about that. Can I share one story that I just, yeah. And it might just, I don't know if it's a good way to end it for me, but like, just a story for me that's, I talked about earlier with my team, that was very important for me in this, throughout this Redeem Team. I came off a conversation with Coach K about me coming off the bench. And you would say like, yeah, of course, like it's okay, you're on an Olympic team, like you end up, you know, doing what you're doing. But like at that time, like we still got our pride, we still got our egos. Like I've been starting for a very long time. And I remember coming off the conversation with Coach K about coming off the bench, and it was fine. We both mutually agreed that was the best place for me to be for my talents to help the team. And leadership. Kobe, right off that conversation, grabbed me and immediately took my mind to another place. He was like, so, when me and you on the court together, and I'm all loud, forget coming off the bench, I'm like, okay, all right.
I like where this is going.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm gonna pick up my man 94 feet. And I'm gonna turn him twice before we get to half court. And when I turn him at half court, that's when I want you to come and attack. Right? And so I'm like, think about it now. This is Kobe Bryant. This is a 30-year-old Kobe, and I'm a younger 26-year-old. He could have been like, yo, D, when you get in the game, go pick up 94, young fella. And so at that moment for me, like that was so important for me to get out of myself, to forget about whatever individual thoughts that I had, and really get into what I needed to do and what my role was for this team. Cole knew that no one could do what I could do, and he gave me that immediately. As soon as me and Coach K had that meeting, he gave me that confidence right away and took that out of my mind. And like to have a guy that already had 3 championships tell you that I'm gonna pick up 94 feet and you get to come and get the steal and get the dunk, I'm like, what? This is amazing. And so, you know, you guys see, like I did that. I did exactly what the leader on our team, you know, put that gas in me to do. And that just showed you a lot about, you know, what we were trying to accomplish and how big it was, and how much it was bigger than us, that Kobe Bryant was like, I'm gonna pick up 94 feet. And so for me, I just wanted to share that story because to me, that was a very important story from, a very important moment for me is looking at this team different than maybe I could have before that. I could have sulked and thought about like myself coming off the bench and what I'm gonna do. And I'm trying to redeem myself. I'm trying to put myself back on the map. Coming off the bench ain't putting yourself back on the map. And, you know, my brother came to me and gave me something that I needed that really helped me throughout that Olympics, that I was different, I was special, and I could do what he couldn't do. And so that for me was it.
It's amazing to hear you know, talk about how you know, could have easily slid into, you know, hey, my ego and this and that, because I think most people who watch you never think of you as that guy. I mean, even in '06 when you win your first title, I mean, you have Shaq. So you have somebody else that you have to, you didn't have to be as gracious as you were. There's a lot of people, a lot of young bulls in that position that would have been like, tell you what, it's my team, dude, and this is what it is, but you were never like that. Fast forward to when you and LeBron played together, it was the same way. Everybody knew it was Wade County, but you didn't have to remind people that. And so it's interesting to hear you talk about that, because selflessness, I think, frankly, is what people have known you for throughout most of your career, despite being a brilliant superstar. So.
Well, thank you. Still got an ego though.
Still, clearly, you know.
Just quiet. Just brewing.
Just brewing. All right.
Get hurt.
Work on them spades, though. Work on them spades.
Is Wood here?
He is.
We need some of that smoke. Babe, we need some of that smoke. She can't be talking to us like this.
We're going to be up all night. I can just sense it. Well, I want to thank you all. Thank you, D-Wade, for sharing all of those wonderful insights.
Thank you. I don't know where everyone is. John is here. Where's John? Can you please?
Oh, there he is.
John, can you please come down? Can you come down and let everybody see your face, please? This is the mastermind. There's a lot of other masterminds as well, but we're not celebrating this moment without this brilliant man right here. So thank you. You got anything to say?
No, what I want to say is, how special is this guy? I said this to your wife, and my mom made me. She's like, you have to tell Dwyane Wade how special he is. I've had a great opportunity to do what I love to do, use sports to tell human stories, and this project does not happen without Dwyane joining our team, without his enthusiasm, and, you know, been lucky enough to interview a lot of great people. That interview, which by the way was, we did the interview the day they were to stop, the last Friday of pandemic, whatever it was, March 14th, March 15th. And it was such a career highlight, and all I remember thinking is like, I hope we get to make this film. It's such a great interview. Thank you.
Thank you for you both for bringing this to life. Certainly, you know, it's fun to look back on these moments, and I think people have even a higher appreciation now for the arduous path that you all had to take to, as silly as it sounds, sort of restore American basketball dominance, which seems silly in hindsight, but they really did go through a lot. But anyway, thank you all for being here, for being an attentive and wonderful audience. And just remember, we will continue to not believe D-Wade when he says that he was not working on putting the Heatles together. We'll continue to not believe him.
Wood, you up there with all that jewelry on? When you become a rapper, bro?
See, now you're going to start roasting my husband. It's all good. But thank you all, and I'm glad you all enjoyed everything. Good night.